Mr. Juka Films, and today I'm sick as a dog, but anyways, I went to Target today and saw some new dinosaur toys, and one is right here presented before all of y'all. It is the Primal Attack Soundstrike Cryolophosaurus. Little story, these guys were at my Target, like I mentioned, and they were on the pegs for the Roarboars, which were on sale for $7.99. I checked at a scanner nearby to see if these were actually on sale too, but they weren't, and it said they were even in the store at all, not even in the back. So that was disappointing. But my grandma just got some random Target employee, and he was like, "Oh, these are not supposed to be out. These aren't supposed to be here, but you guys could have them on sale." Then he took the two pteranodons, which were there, into the back to never be seen again. And I was able to purchase the Cryolophosaurus and the Triceratops from this line, which is right there. It's already on display somewhere in my room, over to my right. I'm not going to show it here because this is a review for the Cryolophosaurus. See, here's this lovely packaging. It's got the fence in the background and the sunset. And it's also got some nice aesthetics. And there's Owen Grady again, and blue again. The blue render's fine, I guess. But frickin' Owen shouldn't even be on here. I like the nice little Mattel logo right there. I love that. Here's the back again. The Jurassic World Facts app logo is now yellow. So I guess there's going to be some yellow patterns. Thrashing action. So basically what they did is they made everything in this line except for like a few. Like the Thrash and Throw T-Rex from Fallen Kingdom. Which is fine. But we're going to get this thing out of the box now. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we got them out of the box here. One thing to note, just like Dino Rivals, as soon as you get these guys out of the box, you can't put them in at all. With Fallen Kingdom, you were able to because all the dinosaurs were packaged with these twisty tie thingies, like little ropey things where you can just put them back in the box, most of them at least. The ones who don't have to assemble, of course. But with these ones, you put those weird like tags that are usually on your clothes or on your little plushies or whatnot, so you have to cut them, and when you cut them you obviously can't put them back together easily. So that's that. So you come with your dinosaur, and then you get your huge instructions. These instructions are massive in size. I don't know why they're so huge. It just tells you, oh, they come with 3 AG13 or LR44 batteries. You got a nice picture model of your figure. Then you get this big piece of paper that basically tells you don't die in like 57 languages. But anyways, here's the figure itself. It is very nice. The sculpt is better than the prototype images portrayed it. In the prototype images, it appeared to look straight out of a cartoon, because this will probably show up in Camp Cretaceous, which is the 2020 Netflix show. But it actually looks really nice in person. The figure is pretty hefty, if I do say so, itself. And the sculpt is nice, and the paint could be better, but it's pretty alright. There's no underbelly paint at all throughout the figure. There's a scan code, by the way. See if I can get it in the light. But anyways, it has yellow on it. Dino Rivals have red. Oh, there's this. That's very loud. I'll get to the sounds in a bit, but that was awesome. But the paint is fine. There's orange on the top crest here, down these little sails, and then there's brown from the eye to the, I guess, the back area, and then there's a little sail right here. The tail has no paint at all, but that's kind of like a Mattel standard. At this point, there's no claw paint on the hands, but on the feet there is paint on the top, but on the bottom there's not. They did that with the Cryolophosaurus. I don't know why. This is just to save on paint cost, which I guess makes sense, because they don't want to blow all their budget on the paint. And then on the jaw here, it's white, and it runs down onto the neck a little bit, and then just abruptly ends, just like the Albertosaurus. And then the mouth is nicely, you're a snake. It's a nice painted tongue. It's pink, and the teeth are a yellowish vanilla color. They're very, very disgusting, but that's good. And the eye is very nicely painted on both sides. It's nice green with black or brown, but it's actually painted very nicely compared to a lot of Mattel figures. Now let's get on with the articulation. So the jaw is actually a piece of articulation. It's not part of the action feature. You can close it, obviously. I wish they did this with all of Mattel's figures, honestly. And then a lot of similarities with the Dino rivals Albertosaurus. I'm pretty sure it also doesn't have paint under the nails either. But it's nice that the jaw is actually articulation, so you can have it on your shelf with its mouth open, or if you want to have the mouth closed, you can have the mouth closed. The arms move back probably about this much because of the ribs texture here, and move forward about this much before it runs into the dinosaur. And the arms can move out like a bird. These dinosaurs are birds, which is very lovely. And the legs here are on a joint, a ratchet joint, so you can move them to a higher position, more into a neutral position, and then more into like a probably eating you alive position, or drinking water position. And then that's all the articulation. Oh, and legs can move out, like, stop with the sounds. The legs can move out like barely at all. And then there's no ankle articulation, which is probably a big problem with Mattel's figures. The ankle articulation usually screws over the toy, so thank God they didn't put it on this guy. Then the tail and the neck here are part of the action feature, which is what you've heard. It's just basically the thrash and throw. You just do this. It's just nice that it's on a smaller figure. There's a lot of it has a lot of its own sounds, but there's one Tyrannosaur grumble sound, which sucks. But it's not like a roar, that's 100% Tyrannosaur. And then there's also an Indominus sound. Just that. And then that was the Rex grumble. But other than that, that's literally my only problem with this figure. The paint could be a little better, but it's alright. And then the sound, there's only two sounds that are bad, but like, that's a custom roar right there. That's really awesome. That's not. I love this dinosaur's custom roar. It's like, well, sorry about those technical difficulties, but we're back. So, my final thoughts on the figure itself. It's pretty good and definitely a nice start to 2020. The Primal toy line from Mattel. It's probably going to be one of my favorite figures from Mattel ever in the history of history. And they should definitely consider giving us figures more like this, where they're innovative, kind of, and have improvements from their mistakes, such as this feature where the jaw is actually not part of the action feature and is a point of articulation, or custom sound effects, which is every single sound but 2 are custom sounds. I love this figure and it's probably my favorite mid-sized carnivore in Mattel history. But anyways, it's time to do some size comparisons. So here we have Owen Grady. Cryolophosaurus is about, I don't know, I guess an inch taller. Yeah, I would say about an inch. Not like crazy big in terms of height. That length is definitely long. Alright, next we have a figure that probably everyone in the entire Jurassic community has, at least one Attack Pack Raptor. So there's the blue. Almost reaches up to the hip. Yeah, almost reaches up to the hip of the Cryo. And is easily dwarfed. Next we have Battle Damage Blue, which is again easily dwarfed and doesn't even reach up to the hip since of how I have it positioned. Next we have the Dino Rivals Dilophosaurus, which should be around the same size as this guy in real life. It's a little bit lighter in real life, but it's actually 2 feet longer in real life. But it's, again, dwarfed by the Cryolophosaurus. Next we have probably my second favorite mid-sized carnivore, the Baryonyx, which I think actually dwarfs this guy. Yeah, they're about the same length. But the Baryonyx is definitely taller in its neutral pose. And last, but certainly not least, we need to scale this guy with a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Or just any apex carnivore will do, but this is what I have next to me. So, this Cryo's, again, is dwarfed. Because obvious reasons, but it's nice still. I'd say it's about the size of Dino Rivals Concavenator. I do not have that figure, but it's about the same size, I would say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!